Greetings and welcome to the Dakota County Star Podcast, the weekly podcast of the Dakota County Star newspaper published in South Sioux City, Nebraska. I'm Mike Carnes, publisher of the Dakota County Star and your host for our weekly podcast where we talk about what's going on in South Sioux City and the rest of Dakota County, highlight what is in this week's edition of the Dakota County Star, and discuss whatever other issues happen to be bouncing around inside that space between my ears. The Dakota County Star Podcast is sponsored by Maricela Morales, your Aflac Bilingual Benefits Advisor, located in Dakota Dunes, South Dakota. Give her a call at 712-259-6580. And now, time to launch the rockets and blast off with another edition of the Dakota County Star Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, welcome to another exciting edition of the Dakota County Star Podcast here on DakCoStar.com. I'm your host, Mike Carnes, as we sit and chat about everything and anything regarding the wonderful county of Dakota County, the best of the 93 here in the state of Nebraska. And one of the great things that South Sioux City has going for it in Dakota County and the Siouxland area in general is we are home to the one of the best YMCAs, not only in Nebraska or in the Midwest, but in the country. This is an outstanding facility at the Norm Waitt Sr. YMCA. It sits right along the river there here in town on the north side of South Sioux City, and I love working out there in the mornings because it's really cool to see the traffic on I-29 going by and the sun coming out, and it's a really cool view, to get your day started. It's a great place, and we thought we'd talk about the YMCA on the program this week, and with us is the Marketing and Communications Director for the Norm Waitt Sr. YMCA here in South Sioux City, Angie Evans. Angie, welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You bet. Got a great facility over there, as I just said, and I know the big thing that has been going on there has been the addition that got finished up here a few months back to that really is a great idea and a great thing for this area, because one of the things that this area has is we have a lot of people in this community who have children, and a lot of people who are working day jobs or night jobs or both, and the daycare situation in this area is really a shaky situation, because there's just so many people working and so many kids involved, and just the options out there aren't there isn't enough of daycare out to meet the demand here in the area. And what you guys have done with that daycare facility is just awesome. Tell us a little bit about that.
So yeah, you're right. Here in Dakota County, we are in what's called a childcare desert. So for every one open childcare spot, there's 3 kids that need that one spot. So with this building of this our youth development expansion, we were able to bring in between infants all the way up to preschoolers like 112 spots, and so much needed here. Not only that, but like during summer care, and then here this fall we're going to be starting teen programming as well, so like your STEAM programs, arts, esports, all part of that'll be all held in this new expansion that we did.
Yeah. Now, tell me about the expansion. It started in the spring of 23 or 24?
We started. We opened our doors in. I think it's only been a few months.
I was going to say, it hasn't
I think it
been
was
long.
May. We had our grand opening in May.
Right.
Of 2025, and so yeah, we're only a few months in, but yeah, we've got lots of babies, lots of toddlers, lots of preschoolers running around. So.
And it didn't take very long to build either.
A little less than a year.
We didn't, because I remember the groundbreaking ceremony was held. I think it was right around my birthday.
Yeah,
which is in May, and a year later, here you are, the doors are open, and you're probably full up already, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think we have a couple spots here and there, but for the most part, yeah, we're getting babies in all the time, and then as they move up, and it's good to see them. It's good to see them progress through the years, because even when we were before the expansion, we did have infants and toddlers in our main building, and just to see some of those as they've grown up, because they've come in as little tiny babies, and then now they're about ready to go into our preschool room.
Yeah. Now, talk a little about that new center. What is in there? What do you have to work with there?
Yeah, so not only that, but we have the only, maybe in Nebraska, but at least in the Siouxland area, indoor playground. So if you're a member, it's included in your membership, which is a great asset to have. Or if you want like birthday parties for littles. And then we also have a room we have after school care there as well. But starting this fall, we'll have our teen programming there. There's smart boards, brand new computers for the kids to do esports on, and 3D printing and all kinds of fun activities for our middle school and high school kids that sometimes they kind of get forgotten, and so we want to find them safe alternative activities to do. And then we have our infant room, our toddler room, and we have 2 preschool rooms.
So just basically something for pretty much every age group. From toddler on up to high school. Nothing for the old people? No?
Oh, no.
Can the old people play in the indoor playground too?
Well, why not?
I don't
But we also do have this new program called Forever Well, which is for our 50-plus active adults. And so we had some programming that's kind of gotten tied into that, like our balance class, silver sneakers. I think they just started a like Zumba type class for that 50 plus group. And then our community room, which was our preschool room, we're redoing that so that they can have activities and so we have a survey out right now, so be sure to go on the website nwsymca.org and fill that out, because it's going to help us figure out what kind of programming we need for those older adults, that 50 plus. Maybe it's cards, maybe it's a book club, maybe it's mahjong, but we need the community's help to figure out what kind of activities we want and need here in Siouxland.
Yeah, that's the neat thing about the YMCA is it's something that your age doesn't matter.
No.
There's something literally for everybody at any age group, and I mean just the workout facilities, the gymnasium, the swimming pool. That's all for anybody and everybody who has has a need to do stuff like that, and that's really awesome.
We are here for all. We are here for all of Siouxland and all of our community. Our philosophy is we want the YMCA to be your place. We want it to be like your place. You meet friends, you work out, you get healthy, you drop the kids off. Even as a member, like if you have a child under your membership, we have Child Watch, so you can drop your kiddo off for up to 2 hours while you go work out in the gym when it's open. So that's nice, because then you don't have to worry about trying to find someone else to watch your child while you're working out. We have that built in for you as a part of their membership. But yeah, we are here for all, and that's what we strive to do with even financial assistance. We offer memberships at financial assistance because we don't want anyone to be left out or feel like they can't be a part of the Y due to cost.
Now you have a lot of people that volunteer there as well too. I know that I've looked at the website before, and you're always looking for volunteer help. What are some of the areas that people can help out with the Y?
Yeah, we've always got some kind of project going on around the Y, whether it's improvements or like next month in October we have our Fall Fest, which is a community event that's free to the public. So with that, we ask for volunteers to help with either face painting or trunk or treat. We get sometimes most years we've gotten over 1,000 kids, and it's so cute to see them all dressed up. But yeah, when we have events like that, it's good to have volunteers for those activities so that we can offer more to the community.
Yeah. And I know and for things like some of your sports stuff, that youth sports.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm sure you have need for coaches and
yes, coaches, officials, all of that. Because yes, this last spring, we brought in NFL flag, which is huge, and the kids just love it because they get NFL gear. They get a shirt that's reversible, with some of their favorite teams, and then shorts, and the flags are all NFL flag branded. So that is really fun. And we're looking at maybe doing that possibly with some other professional sports groups as well. So we could be, who knows?
Who knows what's coming down?
Yeah, who knows what's coming down?
Yeah, I wanted to share a story when I was younger. When my daughter was probably 6, 7, 8 years old. I lived in Norfolk at the time, and I was involved in coaching t-ball back then, and wanted to get her involved in sports and get her to try it out because she loves sports, or she loves watching sports on TV because her dad does, and so I coached her t-ball team one summer, and I don't know if this is done here in South Sioux or not, but we were. The only reason we kept score was to keep track of how many runs a team scored in an inning, and there was a limit. You could score like 5 runs in an inning. It was 5 runs or 3 outs, whichever came first. And then once you got to 5 runs, then you say, okay, that's trade sides, whatever. And so that was the only reason we kept score. We didn't keep track of who won or lost. There wasn't a team standings or anything like that. But the first question that every kid on that team asked.
Did we win?
What was the score? Did we win? We won? Did we win? We won. It looked like we scored more than they did.
Yeah.
And you had to try to talk your way out of it. And of course my daughter, she's kind of like Dad. She insists on knowing. She has to know.
And there's nothing wrong with that little friendly competition. But yeah, like we have soccer going on right now. We'll have NFL flag here starting in October. We have volleyball starting. And basketball, so that'll be we're always looking for volunteer coaches, people that have the passion to work with kids like that. It's not always, that's why we try to keep our costs so low, is by having those volunteers as coaches and officials, or anything that they're wanting to help with. So
do you find it more difficult to offer those services to kids as they get older? Because it seems to me that club sports has really taken over youth sports, and I know that like my niece when she lived in Norfolk and was at the Y, she played basketball up until I think 5th grade there at the YMCA, and then I think it's the club sports start kicking in around that time, and so you didn't see a lot of when I was younger. We had open gym, at the YMCA or our local gym or whatever, and you had kids of all ages from second, third grade on up to high school, and I just kind of wonder if that is it hard to keep those things going for the older kids.
It is a little bit. I know with like our NFL flag, we started looking at where some of the other like tackle football or 7-on-7 football, and kind of worked around those so that those kids could still do NFL flag. Not only that, but we want to grow our female NFL flag population, because we have high school girls that really, really want to play NFL flag, but we don't always have enough girls. So right now we have co-ed teams, but we want anybody that wants to play sports. That's why the Y is here. We're here for all. So
yeah, and you mentioned girls playing football. I've noticed in some states that girls flag football, is actually a recognized sport, much like wrestling or volleyball or football is at the high school level. There are actually high school programs that are girls flag football programs.
Yeah, and it's a great way to be safe and get in the game. And we're not one for, if you want tackle football, there's places for that. But, just being safe and that team spirit. And, we're hoping eventually we'll have a female flag football league. So.
Yeah. Well, I hope that continues to grow there at the YMCA. We're talking with Angie Evans, the Marketing and Communications Director at the Norm Waitt Sr. YMCA here in South Sioux City, here on the Dakota County Star podcast. You got a couple of events coming up. You mentioned the Fall Festival a little earlier, but coming up, I think, down the road here. Next week is the Barbecue and Blues event.
Yes.
Talk about that. What's
we have Chris Lager coming back for our Barbecue and Blues event on September 25th from 6 to 8 out at Country Celebrations. We're going to have food prepared by Aggies. You can't go wrong with anything from Aggies. And then, we're going to have some dancing, some live auction, silent auction. It's just a great time. It's pretty relaxed and just a great way to get to network and talk with people.
Yeah. And what other things are going on there? Do you have other events going on during that?
So we'll have our live auction, which one of our live auction items, I'm so excited about this, is a signed Cooper DeJean jersey. So especially after, he had a great game last week against the Chiefs. Sorry, Chiefs fans. But then, he had the interception during the Super Bowl, and we'll have different tickets. And we have the kids actually prepare a piece of art, or the ones in the child care center, and then we auction that off to help raise money, because this is a fundraiser for our youth development group. So
and Cooper DeJean, of course, Iowa native, played his college ball over at the University of Iowa. We won't hold that against him. And like you said, had a big what's the name of the MVP of the Super Bowl?
If not, he had to be pretty close.
I can't remember now if he was or not.
Yeah, when you intercept Patrick Mahomes and then you run it in for a touchdown.
When you pick 6 on Patrick Mahomes, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
And the Eagles, they beat the Chiefs again here Sunday. So I think the Eagles kind of have the Chiefs' number right now.
Yeah. And
I had written a column a couple weeks ago about the NFL season and who I thought would win, and I picked Detroit to win the Super Bowl this year. And right now, after the first couple of weeks, the only thing I know is it's going to be an NFC team. But the NFC has looked really, really good. But that's neither here nor there. Fall Festival coming up in October. Talk a little bit about what's going on
Fall
with
Fest is one of our ones that is close to our heart, because it's a free community event. We have companies or people that volunteer to do trunk or treating, where they pass out candy to the kids. They get their trunk all dressed up. I know last year we had like a Candyland themed one, and one that was like a fortune telling booth. That was really fun. So we just have a lot of great things there. And then we also usually we have a little pumpkin patch where the kids can pick out pumpkins until we run out, which is usually pretty quickly. Face painting, and different activities for them to do from 6 to 8. And like I said, there's usually a lot of kiddos there, and it's a good time, because like I'm an empty nester, so I don't necessarily get to see all the kiddos dressed up. So this is a great opportunity, even like as someone that has older children, to see everybody all dressed up. So
do you have kids stop by your house on Halloween?
I don't. I live in an apartment.
Okay.
But a lot of times I'll go to someone else's house and I'll go help them pass out candy. Just so it's always fun. We have our little ones actually at the Y on Halloween, and we'll bring over like our Dakota Valley kids as well. And maybe even this year we have Elk Point. We have preschool there now too, and so we bring them over and they trick or treat around all the offices. And we have a couple of classes that go on that day, and they will trick or treat through the group exercise classes, because everybody just loves to see all the kids dressed up.
Yeah, when I first moved to Wayne years ago, I was so excited because it was my first house. Bought my house for the first time, and this has nothing to do with anything, but just reminds me of it. But I was so excited. I was gonna have my first Halloween. I bought like five bags worth of candy. I had this huge bowl of candy, and I live in a residential area that a lot of people walk by and stuff like that. Not one person, not one kid stopped at my house, and I had the lights on and the whole 9 yards. And I was so looking forward to being introduced to the neighborhood kids. And stuff. Nobody stopped by my house. I was so bummed out, and so I took the candy to work, and everybody at the office got diabetes and got fat, and we had all kinds of candy for about 9 months afterwards. Because of that. So but. Neither here nor there, but I'm sure we'll have a lot of kids dressed up for that. When is the Fall Festival?
That is October 17th. So,
October 17th.
Yeah, from 6 to 8. So we're really excited for that. And then We don't have a date set for it yet, but we'll have our Y-Miss again with Mr. and Mrs. Claus. They always are a big hit with all of the activities with that, but that's in the winter, and I don't even want to think about winter yet.
Yeah, we don't want to bring on the snow yet.
No, when it's 89 degrees out today, like you don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to think about winter.
Yeah, we've had some chilly days, chilly mornings here recently, and that's enough of a reminder that that weather is coming. So yeah, we don't want to bring Christmas on any faster than it already is. So the stores will do that for us.
Yes, no kidding. They already are.
Yeah, I'm already seeing Halloween stuff up. It's only we just got past Labor Day, so it's not gonna be long before Christmas is going on. So. Somebody wants to join the YMCA. What do they need to do? How do we go about getting
We have
membership?
so many ways that you can join the Y. You can go online on our website, nwsymca.org, and you can check out prices and different membership types that we have there. You can stop into the Y. Our member services are amazing. They're also, a lot of them are bilingual. So if someone is Spanish speaking, or that's their native language, we have so many people there that could visit with them, and so they don't have to worry about getting lost in translation at all.
Right.
And then you can even just call us and set that up. And when you do become a member, like I said kind of earlier, you get what we call Child Watch, where when it's open, you can drop your kiddos off for up to 2 hours while you work out. Or take a class, sit in the hot tub, the spa, swim laps, whatever. But then, we also have tons of programming that you receive discounts on when you're a member. You get a discount, you get a membership rate for some of those programs, so it can save families some extra money there, while getting that healthy living and social responsibility.
Yeah, and like I said, it's at the start of the podcast. Great facility. If you have not been to the YMCA, stop down there. It's on the north side of town. There, right next door to the Hilton Hotel.
Yep.
So, and if you're coming into town for the weekend, you're staying at the Hilton. Isn't there a special discount for?
I believe there is. Yeah, over there at the Marriott, and then we also, say you're a part of the Omaha Y or the Lincoln Y or even Norfolk or any. We are a part of. A group of Ys where our members can go to other Ys and other Ys members can go,
so
even though we're all independent.
Is good even if you're not a member of this Y.
Yep, nationwide. As long as they take nationwide membership, you can go to any Y.
So that's a great deal if you're from out of town and want and you're coming into South Sioux and need a place to go get your workout in or whatever. You can do that as well.
Yeah, and now we have the 24-hour access add-on too, so. You get those people that work like that second shift or even overnights. They can come in when it's convenient for them. We just have so many great things going on right now. But we're looking to see what the community needs from us as well. So we have our survey that's on our website, front page, so that we're asking the community to fill out to see kind of what programming we do need, especially like that teenage group, with the new addition. And not only that, but for our new Forever Well program that we have, those classes or community groups that might want to use that room to just kind of get to have that social interaction with other people. Yeah,
it's great. Like you said, great place here in South Sioux City. One of the crown jewels of this community that the YMCA here at the Norm Waitt Sr. YMCA. Like I said, if you get a chance, check it out. It's awesome facility. I can't say enough about it.
Yeah.
And I'm not even being paid to say all the nice things.
I am, but that's okay.
You are, but that's part of your job, right?
Yep, that's right.
All right. Well, Angie, I know a lot of great stuff coming up. The Barbecue and Blues Festival coming up on the 25th. The Fall Festival coming up October 17th. Lots of stuff happening. And I'm sure you'll be busy down there.
Yes, and actually, I just be sure to check our website too, because we're doing Hy-Vee free flu shots in October, and I think it's October 20th. I can't remember the date.
On the website.
Yep, it'll be on the website. But yeah, we're doing free flu shots. You can go pre-register. That way, you get all your paperwork done. But yeah, Hy-Vee comes out and they bring their mobile unit and do flu shots for everybody.
Okay, so that's a lot. Like I said, lots of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, well, Angie, thanks a lot for talking with us on the podcast this week, and look forward to seeing all the good things happening out there. I may have to get involved in the trunk or treat thing.
You should. It is so much fun.
Yeah, I think
especially if you always wanted to see like all the kiddos dressed up. It's a great opportunity.
Yeah, I think I might still have some of that candy left over. I'll bring that along.
I'll break a tooth. Might have to have a dentist on standby.
I don't know what a 15-year-old Kit Kat tastes like, but maybe we'll find out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for talking with us this week, and good luck with everything.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You bet. All right. We're talking with Angie Evans from the YMCA, Marketing and Communications Director there. And as she said, look at their website, nwsymca.org is the website, and check that out. So we're going to take a time out. We come back from the Dakota County Star podcast. We'll tell you about this week's edition of the Dakota County Star. That's up next here on the Dakota County Star podcast. Back to the podcast in just a moment, but first I want to tell you about Maricela Morales. She's your local Aflac bilingual benefits advisor, and she can help your small business provide benefits to your employees at no cost to your business. If you want more information, give her a call at 712-259-6580, and she can get you all the details. There's no obligation, and she can answer all your questions. So give Maricela Morales a call at 712-259-6580, your Aflac bilingual benefits advisor in Dakota Dunes, South Dakota.
Do you gamble, Lieutenant? Every time I order out.
And welcome back to the Dakota County Podcast here on DakCoStar.com. Mike Carnes with you here with another exciting edition of the Star coming up this week. I'll tell you what, we had a lot of news going on this past week here in Dakota County, and we managed to get it all in the paper, which is amazing how we can do that some days. It even blows my mind, and I've been doing it for most of my life. But the lead story this week, South Sioux City Police Chief Ed Mahon is going to be retiring at the end of this month. He's been a part of the police force for 42 years, spent the last 9 as the chief of police, and is going to be stepping down at the end of the month. And I tell you what, Ed's a classy guy. I've had the opportunity to work with Ed for a number of years, even before my involvement with the Dakota County Star. He was on the board of the Haven House board of directors, and I was on that board at that time as well. And so I got a chance to work with him then. A great human being, a great been a great director of the police force here in South Sioux City, and going to be stepping down. We wish him the best of luck. He and his wife Marcia. I'm sure that they've got a lot of stuff they'll be doing here once he steps down for good. Also on the front page this week, a couple of big stories that happened here in Dakota County. First off, the county approving the permits for a solar farm in Dakota County between Hubbard and Dakota City. A lot of objections over this. In fact, really there was about 70 people at the meeting on Monday night, and of the 70, there may have been 2 or 3 that spoke in favor of it, and they were none of them were local residents or people who lived in that area. Pretty much universal objections to it, but the county board voted 4-1 in favor of the solar project, and so I guess we'll see what happens with that. It's a 2,400 acre project that we'll see how that all transpires here. Also, a big news story here in South Sioux City: the fighter jet, the A-7D Corsair II fighter jet that had been out at Martin Airfield for since about 2003. That land was sold here not too long ago, and the plane was taken to the 185th Refueling Wing in just south of Sioux City. Got a little makeover, got a new coat of paint, and it was brought back Tuesday afternoon. And it was really a neat thing to see this big Chinook helicopter bringing this plane back to South Sioux City. They've got it parked now at Siouxland Freedom Park, and there'll be a ribbon cutting for that coming up here later this fall. But it's good to see the plane back here in Nebraska where it belongs, and we're really happy to see that it's got a permanent home now at Freedom Park. Also, the homecoming royalty for South Sioux City was crowned on Sunday. King Omar Vasquez Rodriguez and Queen Ivana Arana were named the royalty. And so we've got a picture of them on the front page. Also have pictures of all of the candidates, the royalty candidates. They had a big ceremony at the Mini Dome last Sunday, and we've got pictures of everybody in the paper here this week that you can check out there. Also, another picture page this week, the 9/11 Remembrance Ceremony happening last Thursday at Siouxland Freedom Park, and we got a nice picture page on that from last Thursday. Also, in the news this week, we had a car accident on Highway 110 Sunday evening that ended in a death, and so there's a story on that. On the opinion page this week, our state and U.S. Senator talking about fiscal responsibility and trying to make housing more affordable. And then I wrote a column this week about the Charlie Kirk assassination and the need for us to not stay silent and on telling the truth. We have to, be able to speak without fear of reprisal. Certainly, fear of being attacked or assassinated, as was the case with Charlie Kirk last week. If you saw that, just a horrible situation there. In the sports section, hey, congratulations to the South Sioux City football team. Got their first win of the year last Friday night. Had to come back from a 12-0 halftime deficit and beat Omaha Bryan in double overtime. The first win for the new coach here, Gray Peterson. He got his first win as the head coach of the South Sioux City Cardinals. They'll go for 2 in a row Friday night with their homecoming game against Lincoln High. Also on the sports page, softball action and some other football, and also 4 students named to the NSAA Believers and Achievers list that was announced recently. Madeline Bonet, Luke McGinty, Leandro Magana, and Nathan Robles, all named to the Believers and Achievers list. So congratulations to those 4 young people. Also, some football and volleyball stories and cross-country news as well. Our looking back section, we had to move it into the second section there due to some space considerations, and then also our usual classifieds and legals. If you want to know about how your tax dollars are being spent, that's the place to go. Is the legals page, the legals section here in the Dakota County Star. Also, a 4-H update from Angela Apps from the Extension Office. And news from Jackson, Dakota City, Hubbard, Homer, and Emerson are great communities here in Dakota County. And then finally, some information on the newest artist, or one of the employees at the library who is an artist and an ambassador. So that's this week's Dakota County Star in a nutshell, and it's available on newsstands. In fact, I just got back from getting them on all the newsstands Wednesday afternoons before I recorded this. Kind of recording things a little early this week with schedules going on. So we thought we'd get that done and ready to go. And so check out this week's Dakota County Star. It's available on newsstands now. You can also get a subscription. If you have a subscription, you can extend your subscription, or you can get a new subscription. Either way, if you do that, we will donate some to Siouxland Freedom Park. We have a special going on through the month of September there, so if you start or extend your subscription to the Dakota County Star during the month of September, we'll donate $10 to Siouxland Freedom Park. So we're looking forward to making that happen here in the weeks ahead. So that's going to do it for this week's edition of the Dakota County Star podcast here on DakCoStar.com. Hope you have yourselves a good week. Stay dry and stay warm. And we'll see you with another edition of the Dakota County Star podcast here on DakCoStar.com. Until then, this is Mike Carnes, and we'll see you later.